Good morning. Hello, sunshine people. Well, I'm going to be talking about the Holy Trinity Show and what it means to my family. But definitely not in the parlour like Peter Shad, who does the... How about that? Chetty's warbler wanting to join in. Got to be good. But I'm sitting in my sleeping bag. It's really cold. Well, not as cold as the winter, obviously, but my hands are freezing. And my feet in the bottom of my sleeping bag are cold. But I've just been watching again the latest episode of the Holy Trinity Show by Peter Shad. And there goes the Chetties. Sorry, never can. Just to show you, another call from the Chetties. Anyway, Peter Shad does the Holy Trinity Show, and sorry, there's 4 mallards about to fly over my head. Dun 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 dun. With my second wife Jane, we used to do the Dam Busters tune whenever we saw mallards flying. There's too many things going on around here. Right, as I said, I'm cold. There's a northerly wind, a magpie flying past, and it's rather chilly. But anyway, to the point. Just been watching the Holy Trinity Show again. It's my favourite vlog about Aston Villa. It's so incredibly well done. Really is. Pete's been ill recently, and to see him so invigorated and energetic again this morning and last night, you can't watch it just once, but was brilliant to see. See Peter back on form. And the Villa. Can things get better with the Villa? It's unbelievable to me, the journey that Unai Emery has taken us on. Anyway, Peter, just for you, I'm actually by the Severn Estuary in Gloucestershire in the UK, and here by the sea and sand, nothing ever goes as planned, is a reference to the reference that you made. 3 shelduck flying around, but gorgeous. When you said about having a ramble down at Brighton, yeah, reference to Quadrophenia. Loaf rain over me. Or the 515. Girls, no, we won't go there. Anyway, I could sing it all day because I know every lyric. So, Star Wars. Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke Skywalker. Oh, Villa we love. That's my poor attempt at Yoda. But on my bike just behind me, leaning up against a 5-bar gate, is a tiny Darth Vader, which was given to me by Mark Little. Now, Mark Little is an amazingly wonderful man. And aside from the Holy Trinity at the moment, let me diverse a bit. And he gave me Darth Vader, a little tiny toy of Darth Vader, which is not only clipped onto my handlebar, but kind of got straps on it to keep it safe. Isabella was Mark Little's little girl. She died too soon, as children at Acorns Children's Hospice do. And for Mark to give me that toy, it was her favourite toy. I got to be careful because, yeah, it's special to carry it. And right, it's on my bike. And for you to mention Star Wars with Obi-Wan Kenobi. By the way, here's a joke for you all. Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda, Han Solo and Leia and Luke Skywalker, they were in a Chinese restaurant, and Luke just couldn't use chopsticks at all. So Obi-Wan Kenobi reached over and said, "Use the forks, Luke, use the forks." I'll leave that hanging. Ollie Watkins, why do some Villa fans dislike, let's say, Ollie Watkins? I think he's absolutely fabulous. And okay, so there was a little bit of a tangle of legs for the Villa goal. The second goal when Asensio, is he wonderful or what Asensio? And the way he put the ball into the net. But the skill to me wasn't just Asensio, and obviously Morgan's Rogers run down the wing after Matty Cash's pass, and the Asensio into the corner, perfect. But the skill to me was Ollie Watkins getting out of the way. It was incredible. How did he move his legs like that? Try it sometime. Watch the video and try it sometime. Anyway, yeah, that leads on to the brewery, Silhook Brewery. Now, my oldest daughter, Rebecca, her partner Les, they're getting married in May when I'm away. They're getting married, just the two of them, with two friends, at a little chapel up at Loch Lomond, which is, wow, thrilling. And then it's a big party when everybody's back and in Newcastle. But Les, the most wonderful man on the planet, marrying my daughter, he's been a brewer, chief brewer at many different breweries, and his ambition is to, sorry, I've just got to see what these three little passerines are coming towards me. Swallows. Three little swallows. They're on migration. They've just come back from wherever, Africa, and they're back in Britain, and three little swallows slowly making their way up towards me, quite high up as well. Fabulous to see. Anyway, I digress again, as always. And yeah, Les is marrying Rebecca, and his dream is to have his own brewery. I would love it. He's a Newcastle fanatic, and last weekend I was there in Newcastle, but I didn't go to the celebrations. Les was there with all of the rest of the Newcastle fans celebrating their cup win, but I want to be in Birmingham where that happens, and that makes me emotional as well. I was there in 82. I was there in 81. I want to be there when Villa do win a trophy next time. Okay, so, oh, by the way, I'm getting back to the quarter-final. In case you don't know what I'm doing, I'm cycling along a route taken by Laurie Lee, the author, from Birmingham to Malaga, taking me 3 months, and I'm stopping off camping, whatever. I'm not putting the tent up when it's a day like today. And yeah, the Holy Trinity. Let's finish with what it means to our family. Dad was very ill when he was 92. He had vascular dementia, and he adored the Holy Trinity. You cannot underestimate how much it meant to Dad, the Holy Trinity show. Dad, thank goodness he gave me, my brother, my sister, our family, a love of Aston Villa. Because, oh, shoulder, whatever. But Dad was very ill, but he'd watch the Holy Trinity, he'd laugh, he'd cry, because he cried so easily, but he laughed so easily as well. And the Holy Trinity would come on, Villa would play, and they were on a fantastic run with Unai Emery as manager, and we were winning match after match after match. Dad's moods and elevations were high as kites, and he couldn't wait for the Tuesday morning back then when I got up, put the television on, checked on YouTube, Holy Trinity there, and Dad would come in for breakfast. He always made the same breakfast every day: grapes, toast, banana. And he'd arrange it on a plate for me, for my mum, and for himself. And he'd sit there and watch the Holy Trinity. Villa played Man City 2023 and won. We beat Man City. Leon Bailey got the goal. I was there, I came back, and Dad didn't understand a thing. From the morning when he was there, he'd gone. The vascular dementia, whatever, he'd gone. We played Arsenal at the weekend. Same again. He had no understanding. Before that, Peter Shad on the Holy Trinity had done a small article about Dad, because he kind of, I was awake, as I usually am in the night, and I saw an auction on site. It was a sports memorabilia auction, and I messaged Pete, because I knew in Canada they were so many hours behind, he'd be awake. I said, Pete, have a look at this auction. And there were some really amazing things on there, villa programs from the early 1900s. And he said, tell me about your dad. So Peter had done about Dad, and he'd said that Dad was in the RAF and that he used to hitchhike back from Lincolnshire to Birmingham to see Mom when they were courting, and when they were obviously very young, 1918, whatever. And not the year 1918, by the way. I mean, Dad would have been 19, Mom would have been 18, whatever. But Peter, and it's true as well, Dad would hitchhike back to see Mom, Mary, but only if Aston Villa were at home. And he wasn't allowed to go to his mum and dad's house, my nan and granddad's, because they would have grassed him up to the military police. So he used to sleep on the settee at Mum's house, and yeah, memories. And he'd shown a photograph of Dad on the Holy Trinity, with Dad with his Aston Villa blanket on, watching the show. And he ended with, and it's true, despite the fact, unfortunately, Mum hates football. And he ended with the phrase, and Brian's girl was a blue nose. Reference for some of you. Anyway, Dad died. January, Dad died. It was a blessing because he was in such a terrible state with vascular dementia. And Peter did a tribute to Dad. He said he'd joined the whole Tenders in the Sky, and no theme music at the end. That meant so much to all of us. Peter Shad is a wonderful man. When he and his wife came over, I'm terrible when I meet certain people. To me, he's a top celebrity, a wonderful, wonderful man. And if I can just say thank you to Peter in this way, I will do. So, I haven't got a mug with coffee. I haven't got a glass of whiskey. But until we meet again, up the mighty Villa. Oh dear. Hey, let's turn it off.